Hello and welcome to our Agile Hive review for the month of February. Happy New Year to all of whom I didn't get a chance to talk to because the last review was held by my colleagues. If I remember correctly, it was. Don't need that phrase for that. As usual, I think you've seen it already. The review is recorded, so in case you want to share something, be mindful with the information you share. Also, if you want to don't have your face publicly visible in YouTube, because the video will be shared there, turn off your camera when you want to say something. To the Orga part, the next review will take place in next month on the 11th of March, 11th of February, 11th of March, February being February, being shorter, so there's the same date in that month too. My colleague Thomas has already pinned the comment with the link to this review document that I am sharing here currently. You can find the link in the chat. And you can also share this with your colleagues if you want to. In case you don't have access to our extranet, please leave a short message in the chat. Then we can add you to our restriction system, create a user for you, and then you will have access to that as well. All right. And I mentioned earlier, if you want to rewatch the review, it will be shared later on YouTube. Later means once we got around to cutting and uploading it to YouTube. All right, so then let's start and let's see what our team has been up to in the last 4 weeks. We'll start with the feature that accompanied us through most of the PI, the epics on our level feature. We got around to finalizing the feature in the last 4 weeks, and I'm presenting you here the last things that we added. First of all, we allowed shared service teams to link to team epics, as a team epic could mostly behave like a feature on the art level. Shared service teams were able to participate in a feature as well. We gave them the chance to link their work to team epics as well, and also track their work on the art report as well. You see here, this team issue without parent contains one team epic at the moment, and there is one shared service issue linked to that as well, and it's shown on the report. The next step was we not activated, but we prepared our context panel on the issue detail view to also show epics, more broadly speaking, to show issues from or 2 issues from the same level, from the same project. So here we have a team epic, and also we have a team story linked to it. In the past, this was not possible to display with this view here, and now you can also see the hierarchy between the team epic and its story presented correctly in the context panel of, in this case, the story here. This also works for the shared service team issues. Next part, we we forbid that epics can be children of other issues, so cannot link from another project to an epic apart from the portfolio epic, because this was the functionality as it has been before. You see here, you can still link a capability or an enabler from the large solution or solution train project to a portfolio epic, because this was as it has been before. But apart from that, we made we created the rule that an epic can not have a parent and can only have children within the same project. So in my screenshot here, I tried to link a feature as a parent of a team epic here. This one's being a team epic, and it was not possible. Also, team and art epics will not appear on the art planning board as features would. The art epic usually is a larger initiative that is actually represented by the features that are linked to it. So the features are the more concrete items of work that will in the end appear on the planning board, as is right now. And also for team epics, we decided to not show them on the art planning board because they mostly because they just concern the team. And we don't want to represent them on the art planning board for that reason. No screenshot for this one here because nothing to show. Yeah, that ends our work currently for the epics on all levels feature, and we will release this hopefully soon within the next major releases. So 4.1 or 4.2 should contain this feature, as it will have to go into our integration branch and then into our development, and that has we'll have to code review this. So the next bigger feature that we worked on was the drill down on our reports. I think you might remember that we reworked and also a little bit redesigned our overview component on our reports. And for that, as a preparation, kind of as an enabler for us. And in this sprint now, we were able to implement the actual drill down operation. So as you can see here, we're currently on an art report. The features in this report now all have the little chevron icon. And you can click on the chevron icon and it will load all the team issues belonging to this feature, but only the team issues that are actually planned for this PI. So if there are stories planned in a future PI or in a past PI, they will not show up on the report for this PI here, obviously. And we tried to maintain the structure of each report. As you can see here, we breathe, Michael. We kept the structure, so showing for each team here the column, the column represented by the team issues that it belongs to here, and this team here only has this one, so here. But when we switch over to our solution train report, where we only show the individual arts that belong to the solution train, and we expand the issue hierarchy here, you will see that we don't show the teams, but we will group that beneath the arts. So hopefully that's understandable. Yeah, a few drawbacks. Let's open the screenshot again. The menu in the top part here of the component will not work with the expanded issues. So once you click on collapse or hide parent buttons, the view will basically reset without the previously opened issues here. So you will have to open them again to display the information here. Also, the JQL filter does not work for extended issues. So you would not be able to filter here for the team issues as it is right now, because the filter only filters the initial loading request for the page and not the opened issues. So this might be stuff for future enhancement of this feature. And as you can see here, I only showed the art and the solution train level. So I haven't shown the portfolio level yet because we're currently working on that one. So yeah, it's not quite ready. That's why I said preview. So yeah, you can expect that in one of the later releases. But just to keep you up to date to what we've been up to on this front. All right, coming from our features, there are also a few bugs that we squashed. The first, you might have noticed, but only on closer inspection, that the custom epic panel plugin in our bundle was delivered with the wrong version. It was delivered with the licensed version instead of the bundle version. Functionality-wise, this does not make a difference because we use a license management API for all our plugins that checks for a valid plugin license or a valid Agile Hive license. And as it found a valid Agile Hive license, the licensed plugins were still licensed. So everything worked the same. But we fixed the problem in our build pipeline, and from the 4.0, the Jira 10 compatibility release, I think it was, we delivered a correct bundled version now again. So the 4.1 here is a copy-paste error from my part, because, yeah, that was 4.0.0. But with 4.0.1, we will deliver the following. We had a problem on our art planning board that did not show all the connection lines, the dependency lines between features of the art that you're currently watching and features from a different art, that they would be shown as external issues and external dependencies correctly, but the line was not rendered. This was due to the dependency property always being in an unknown state and not getting a healthy or critical to display the color that it should be displayed in. And that was due to the due date not being handled correctly. But we fixed that and should be released shortly. Another issue, I don't know if anyone has actually seen it from your part, but once you opened a breakout board on the team level, which had only independent issues planned on it, you might get a stuck loading spinner here in the team's header, which would not disappear until you planned in a feature and then a story beneath the feature. So we fixed that too. So now it behaves correctly. Now it behaves correctly, even if you only have independent issues on the board. Also, we had the first issue in our Jira 10 version. So once you tried to open the roadmap views for art, solution, or portfolio, you wouldn't see any issues being loaded because the request that loads the issues was only accessible for admin users. So Jira administrators or system administrators would be allowed to access the web service. This was due to our build process for Jira 10 replaces annotations because they have been they changed with the platform upgrade. And we switched them, and we falsely substituted the wrong annotation that only made the web service accessible for admins instead of a regular logged-in user. So our mistake. This should also be released with the 4.0.1 version. So hopefully end of the week. And the last error we fixed was a JavaScript error in our project hierarchies. When there was a misconfigured hierarchy with with projects being linked falsely to each other, there might be, or there could be a JavaScript error in the console visible, which would slow down the loading of the project hierarchy view. Yeah, and we were able to fix that as well. Also 4.0.1. Yeah, so that concludes the work for the team in the last 4 weeks. Are there any questions regarding what I've just shown? Okay, yeah, you wrote. When we are speaking about the bug fix, for roadmaps in Jira 10, about which roadmaps are we speaking about? Yes, the roadmap on art level, on solution train level, and also on portfolio level. Yeah. You're welcome. So, are there any more questions? Otherwise, as we are in our last iteration for that PI, the IP iteration, we come to the results. Let's say results for this PI. Yeah, as I just said, we actually managed to finish with the epics on all levels feature. The drill down is in its last stages, so we can hopefully make that one green within the last 2 weeks of the iteration as well. But as I mentioned earlier, things we did not get around to were the overview of child issues in the detail view, like the expansion for the context panel that I mentioned earlier. And also, we were not able to finish the external dependencies on the breakout board. This one will very likely drop into the next PI. Yeah, and with the 4.0.0 or 4.0.0 release, we were able to support the, now not longer upcoming, but a released Jira Platform 7 with Jira 10. Yeah, so finishing that one as well. Yeah, and this one is still an ongoing task. We are extending our build and test pipeline. So, all right. So again, for the last time, I'm going to ask you, are there any questions? Otherwise, I would say we finished really early today. The first claps. Yeah, so as I said, you will find the video for this review linked here later. Right now it shows the one from January, but in the future it will show the one from February here. Again, you can find it on YouTube. It's publicly available, or you can just, as I mentioned earlier, access the extranet page that I'm presenting here right now to find that and all the other information that I just shared. Now we get another question. Is it then optional where to add epics in the future, for which layers and in which Hive portfolios? You will be able to add them in all the projects. So you can add epics in the team project. You can add epics on the art project, on the solution chain project. That depends on your workflow. If you utilize epics, you can do that in each. Apart from portfolio, because there they already are present. Did it answer your question, Christian? All right. Okay, then I'll say thank you for your attendance. I hope you found this interesting, what I just presented you. And I will hopefully see you on the 11th of March for our next review. And we will present you then what our upcoming PI planning has yielded, what results our upcoming PI planning has yielded, and what we plan for the next PI, and giving you an overview of what to expect in the next quarter. Thank you, and bye-bye.